Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, folks, we got some breaking news. Getting ready. Are you ready for the dragon? Are you ready for the dragon to be seen in the heavens? What does the Bible say about the dragon and the last days? Well, we've got some information that's coming up that tomorrow the dragon will be approaching the heavens. And just the very name itself could be a prophetic sign of things to come. But first, let's put a shout out real fast, if we could, for ratefamily.com. That's ratefamily.com. In these crazy, and I mean crazy and unprecedented days, times that we're living in, death in the family can be hard. But unfortunately, we have to deal with it sooner or later. Now, all of us leave behind final expenses such as funeral costs, medical bills, and other debts. In fact, the average funeral alone is between $8,000 and $9,000 a piece. Having no insurance when you die can leave your loved ones with this huge bill to deal with, and no one wants that. Take control of your family's destiny today and have the satisfaction that they will be financially taken care of. Visit www.ratefamily.com. That's www.ratefamily.com and get a free quote. No waiting periods, 100% benefits, even if you've been turned down before. They guarantee coverage for everybody, no matter the situation. Yes, it's true. They guarantee coverage for everybody, no matter the situation. Some members pay as low as $36 a month. Just depends on their income level. So go visit them at www.ratefamily.com. That's www.ratefamily.com, or call them at 1-855-919-RATE. That's 855-919-RATE. You'll be glad you did. And tell them Pastor Begley sent you. All right, now, we know about the dragon in the Bible, but did you know the big show is about to happen? The United States is poised to return to put human astronauts back into space flight with a historic launch, because it won't be NASA that does it. Elon Musk, that's right, the great mastermind, the inventor of PayPal, the restorer of Tesla and some of these new cars, the first man to put a rocket ship into the sky and bring it back and re-land it on the launch pad from which it come, the owner of SpaceX. Elon Musk's SpaceX, in partnership with NASA, is going to launch the Falcon 9 rocket from Florida, carrying 2 American astronauts. Now, what's amazing about this is what we're hearing is the historic moment is a decade in the making. The skies above Florida will light up on Wednesday when the launch of this rocket, born from the groundbreaking public-private partnership, returns the United States to the business of human space flights. Not since the retirement of NASA's space shuttle fleet back in 2011, when Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th President of the United States, decided to cancel all NASA flights for America. This has taken 9 years for the United States to put somebody back in space on our own. We've been relying on the Russians for 9 years. Does that even make sense? Who thought of that? Well, that was under the Obama administration. And I remember covering it when that happened. Man, I've been on YouTube a long time, guys, to remember that. Well, here's the deal. According to reports, not since that space shuttle fleet was canceled in 2011, the United States has not had the capability to even send its own astronauts into orbit for 9 years. And the success of this week's mission, formerly known as SpaceX Demo 2, is likely to shape the direction of the space agency near Earth ambitions for a generation. Dragon. What? That's the name of it. At 4:33 p.m. tomorrow. 4:33 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, the Dragon. That's what Elon Musk is naming this thing, a Dragon crew capsule attached to the Falcon 9 rocket ship is set to take flight from Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, bound for the International Space Station. It will carry 2 American test pilots, both veterans of previous space shuttle missions. They will remain there for up to 3 months while mission managers evaluate the spaceship's performance. The hardware was built by SpaceX, the private California-based company founded by the controversial billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk and funded by the United States government under NASA's Commercial Crew Program called CCP. And we're not even talking about the deep space, dark budgeted, black budgeted space agency within the country. And I can't even talk about that here. I got to discuss that on my new app that comes out. But while every previous U.S. space program has a government venture, while everybody out there's got a government venture of some sort, okay, NASA signaled a switch of direction in 2010 with the initiative to subcontract low Earth orbit operations to private industry while concentrating its own efforts on long-term goals, such as the return to the moon in 2024. In a symbolic nod to the New World Order, the astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley will ride to the launch pad in an electric car manufactured by Tesla Motors and Elon Musk, another one of Elon Musk's pioneering companies. All right? Foregoing the tin can Astrovan that has been the traditional crew transportation since the United States began sending humans to space in 1961. Forget that. No more riding in the little tin can in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me. No. I think we're going back to the moon. Not a blood one, I hope not soon. We got Elon Musk and the band. They're not riding in a Chevy van, and that's all right with me. Tesla Motors electric car will be taking the astronauts to the launch pad to get inside the Dragon. Yes, the Dragon. So guys, seriously, this is getting crazier by the minute, but apparently we are on the cusp of launching the American astronauts on an American rocket from American soil again. It's taken 9 years and a presidential change. As Trump won the office, the first thing he said was, I'm tired of catching a ride with the Russians. No more boot scooting Putin taking us to space. America's going to do it again. And that's another reason that Trump said, what in the world are we doing with China and Russia taking command of the space era? What are we doing? So he formed a space force. But remember, why name this thing the Dragon? Well, that's Elon Musk and what he wants to do. Anyway, the time we're doing it differently. We're going than ever done before. NASA is not going to purchase. They're not going to own and operate this rocket ship. This belongs to Musk. The way we used to, we are partnering with a commercial industry with the intent that they would go get customers and not NASA, and that they'll drive down the cost and increase the access to space. And according to the Planetary Society, NASA has invested $6.2 billion in the CCP project since 2010, making it the lowest cost human space flight development in 60 years. We're doing it cheaper, letting Elon Musk do it, than if the government did it itself. Is anybody shocked by that? Look at the U.S. Post Office. They bumble and fumble and mumble and stumble around and can't get nothing done, and their costs are outrageous and they're always in the red. And then you got UPS and FedEx running around dropping packages everywhere to people and making billions of dollars. How can a private company make billions of dollars and a government lose billions of dollars doing the same thing? Welcome to the federal government. The mentality is, if you take the entrepreneur spirit, or the spirit to drive a business to be successful, if you take that away from people and just tell them you're getting paid no matter how good a job you do, and that you can't hardly get fired no matter what you do, then people don't really care how fast they work. They don't get innovative to make it better because they have no risk and no reward. It's called entrepreneurism. It's called capitalism. It's called freedom. Guess what? It's called America. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the end times and we're running out of time. Now, what about the dragon? Well, we do have to bring this up because there's something about naming this thing the dragon. Because in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, the Bible says, and you know, that it says in Revelation 12, back when we had that Revelation sign on September 23rd, 2017, and there appeared a great woman in heaven, a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pained to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. Now, this is really referring to the beast kingdom that comes in Revelation 13. So what I'm saying is, his tail drew a third part of the stars in heaven, and did cast them to the earth. That's when Lucifer was cast out of heaven. A third of the stars were cast out with him. And the dragon stood before the woman. Now, the woman in this chapter is referring to Israel. So Lucifer stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered. And that means, but just before she was giving birth to Jesus Christ the Messiah, to devour her child as soon as it was born. And that's what King Herod tried to do. He tried to kill baby Jesus. And she brought forth a man-child. That was Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, the Son of the living God, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. He will when he returns and sets up his millennial reign kingdom. And her child was caught up unto God to his throne. That's Jesus Christ, and he'll be back. And the woman, which is Israel, fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared of God. That's going to be through the Jordan Valley into Petra, and that they should feed her there 1,260 days, or 1,260 days, or times and half a time, or 42 months, or 3.5 years. It's all the same. It's all in the Bible in many places. Israel will have to, so halfway into this 7-year tribulation period, Jews and Christians will have to flee for their lives as the persecution from who? The dragon. So what is the odds while Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to annex the Jordan Valley during the deal of the century and the covenant with many that's being worked on right now of this peace deal, that you'd be firing a rocket ship into the heavens and you named the thing the dragon? It's because the beast kingdom is about to rise. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. God bless. Are you saved? Are you serious? Are you serious?